everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to try to put together a design on this green glass bottle that has a few of the flowers that I painted this week in my videos. I'm going to go over the paint I'm using at the end. If I remember, I'll go over the brushes, ones I'm going to use. But anyways, I'm going to start with Autumn Leaves, Tea Berry, Vivid Orange, Thicket, and Lime Green, Warm White, Burnt Umber, Yellow Ochre, Bumblebee, Aqua, and Cerulean Blue. Alright, so I'm going to begin, or maybe I'll just list them while I'm doing it. I'm going to do it that way, maybe that would work. Okay, I'm going to begin by using a number 12 round brush, and I'm going to just stick it into the yellow ochre, and I'm going to just push down, pull it. Why did it give me a round tip here? Pull it towards the center and raise up. Pull it towards the center and raise up. And just keep doing this, kind of spacing them out a little bit. I can make them different lengths. They don't all have to be the same length. And just pull them towards the center. And I'll do a couple of these. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show you the design and how to create it. I'm not concerned about the opaqueness or, if it's too transparent. But if you find, like these to me would be too transparent, I would go ahead and paint them another time. Or if you feel like you need to, what am I trying to say? That you need to put another color or just another coat on them, give them some dry time, and then go ahead and paint over them again. Alright, so up here I'm going to just put a couple buds, and I'm just kind of spacing them out a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm just pushing down, kind of turning the brush a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to turn this so that I have a couple down here at the bottom, and might only fit one or two, and that's okay. And there you go. And you can go back over, like these are kind of dark, even though I had both paints in them. But that's okay. Alright, then while I've got this brush going, I'm just going to add in a few. Now again, my surface is not as big as what I painted on the paper. And I'm probably going to end up pulling up some of the paint underneath because it's wet still, but that's okay. You get the gist, right? I'm going to try to fit in another one down here, maybe not make it quite as big, just to fit them in. Because I don't always do a mixture of flowers, I just do little pieces, and maybe just do one type of flower normally. But what I'm going to do now is go ahead and do the next filbert brush, and this is a 10. The first one I was using, I'm sorry, is a 16. Forgot to mention that. And what I'm going to do is just go through here, and even on these I'm going to go ahead and just paint just a smaller one of the big size with a slightly different color so you can see it. Do the same here, pulling it into the middle. Not sure what happened here, but it did not come in, so we're going to go ahead and do that again. Go toward the center. Turn the bottle. Going to come down this one. I think I'm going to go the opposite direction. Now see, I know in my painting yesterday, it pulled up some of the paint, and that happens. This is not uncommon. Happens a lot of times when you're painting over a painted surface. The paint will kind of split. And then we're just going to go here. Very simple. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure I get all this on. I feel like I might be floating off a little bit. All right, the next one I'm going to do is take my number 16 round brush. These are all Amagic brushes too, by the way, that I'm using. I'm going to dip into my autumn leaves, into the vivid orange, and I can even come over here and dip into some of the white. Just very simple. Alright, so I'm going to come over here. This again is with the round brush. If I need to coat it again, I will. It's kind of fun how this one came out like that. And these are a little bit easier. See, it pulled up some of the paint because I'm painting over this flower. Just got to be careful. So I apologize, my phone keeps dinging in the background. And just very simple. And I love just the different colors. It's kind of fun. And I might just go ahead and put another one up here, just try to make it a little bit smaller. I'm just going to go real easy, because my concern is that it's going to pull up, which I don't want it to do. Pull up the paint, I should say. Alright, and let's do one more. Probably going to run out of some room for the leaves. My favorite part. If you have any questions while I'm doing this, please feel free to ask them down below the video, that is. And I do apologize too if my hand gets in the way, because I am a lefty. And I probably shouldn't mess with this one too much, but I'm going to. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is do my little fine liner. And stick it into the greens, which is the lime green and the thicket. Pull it out. And I'm just going to come up here. I did this on my video yesterday, I do believe. I did these flowers. Now I'm just going to come up around them and just put them like they're going down through the other flowers, because we're doing a bouquet. And you can, because I'm going to put yellow dots on these like I did the ones yesterday, you can actually put those in first, because the green part might actually end up being in the way, but I'm trying to keep it where it won't be, but we'll see. And you just put some extra little pieces here and there, not a biggie. So then I'm going to go like through here Those are so close, I'm not going to even worry about it. Showing a stem. And we can make it a little swirly. Have it come back through here. Come back through here. And come up like that. It's kind of full, but it's okay. You don't even have to have a stem, really. If you get any extra paint on your brush that you don't want, just wipe it off. It's not a big deal. If it's a color like blue or whatnot and you don't really want that on there, that's okay. Or sometimes just having a little extra paint of a different color can be fun too. And I'm just going to come up around this one. I appreciate you sticking with me on this. Come around. Come down like that. Alright, so I think those are good. So what I'm going to do is take, I want one of the bigger brushes. I'm going to take the stem, or not stem, but the brush handle, and just use that to make dots. Get it bigger here. Alright, so you don't always have to have a special tool to do dotting with. It's just nice, you know, if you're doing a lot of dotting, maybe to have something special to do that with. Alright, so just like I did on my video yesterday, I'm going to add in some yellow little dots. Coming around, and I can actually go over this green. That's where I say it's probably best that you do it before you put your greenery in. But it's okay even if you didn't. You can still add them. Alright, so then I'm going to do that here. Sorry, I'm going across the thing here. Just very lightly putting the dots on here. Very lightly. Okay, so I have that. Let's see what other centers I need. Okay, so then I'm going to do my number 8 Deerfoot Stippler. And I'm going to try to get it into the white here. A little bit into the warm white, into the burnt umber, and do some tapping. Now these are for this yellow flower. It looks like I'm bringing up some of the yellow too, which is fine. Can't avoid that when I have wet paint, so that's what happens. Not a biggie. Not a big deal. Still turns out okay, right? Now I'm just going to go back over it. I can put it a little bit darker there. There we go. Alright, so then the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to come into these orange ones and just put a plop of the yellow ochre. There we go. And then I'm going to come into it with some, let's see what I did on that. Let's do some burnt umber. And on this one, I'm not actually attempting to do anything special as far as, oops, I just hit that in the wrong color. I'm just doing it like this. Then I'm going to come back in with some white. Just make it very simple. And your centers don't have to be difficult. They can be just fun. You know, simple as a little dot, or as difficult as, you know, some of them can actually be with trying to create circles and that kind of stuff. Just varies. All right, so then I am going to come back in with my crazy little liner brush. Hopefully it's going to work okay. And I might even put out some little pulls like I typically do, just to add in some other leaves, other types of leaves. And I'm trying to just make it simple. I don't want it too difficult. All right, so what I'm going to do on this one, grab my, I think this is a number 4 flat brush. I actually still have some paint in it. I'm going to go from the thicket to the vivid green, or not vivid, but lime green. And I can come in here, I probably should put some more white on my plate, but I'm just going to do some simple, okay, here we go. And make it, oh, you know, make it go over the flowers. And I can turn my brush as I'm doing this so it creates different colors. Because depending on which way you have your brush going, you can have more of the darker green or the light or white or yellow, whatever else color you add into your brush. You can even add, like I said, a little bit of the yellow, which is fine, and then go like that. Okay. I'm gonna load my brush again, and I'm sorry if you hear any, my dog is going crazy upstairs. All right, so I'm gonna do this over here again, and just come back here, come back there. Pulled in some orange. If you don't like that, again, you can do a heat gun, hair dryer, whatever you have access to. It's really up to you. I like these filler leaves or filler branches, whatever you want to call them. You know, they do kind of give it a little interest. So then what I'm going to do, actually do a little bit of a different type of flower, or not flower, but thing down here, is get a round brush. And this, I believe, is number 11, no, that wouldn't be right, number 14. I'm going to stick it into my greens. I can stick it in a little bit over here, put some light on it, and I'm just going to do the basic pull, where I just pull it towards the center. You can even throw in some yellow. Like I said, I kind of like doing some different types of colors with my leaves. Just kind of makes it fun. And I'll come in this way. It's going to pull, it's got too much the light green or the lime green in it. So we'll just go like this, kind of pull towards it. Pull this one up above it. And then just keep painting and go back over them just so that they line up right. And there you go. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, just kind of giving you a play-by-play here, is come in here. I got my lime green. I'm going to stick it in here. And then I'm just going to come down and just easily pulled up some orange there, put in some of these basic one-stroke leaves. Again, given some dry time would probably be more helpful, so you're not getting all these funky colors. But I'm just trying to show you what you can do what you can do with these. I'm going to turn it this way. That's pulling up some of that yellow ochre. Let me throw some white in here. Go back over this again. Here we go. Might even just do a little bit there. I don't want to do too much because I want to be able to see my flowers still. That's why I say I can get kind of crazy with my leaves. All right, so let's finish up. Going to go back into my little liner brush, and I'm just going to come in here and start putting in some little stems. Now I can be, you know, do some fun ones, you know, where I'm just kind of just lightly pushing them around, or all right, and then we're almost done, guys. Like I said, if you like this video, I hope you do. It's a very colorful pattern, but I just thought, you know what? Today I'm just going to do something that kind of shows some, not all of the flowers, but some of the flowers that we did this week. Again, I'm just doing this, just kind of make it a little bit more natural, free-flowing. And there you go. All right, the only other thing I just remembered that I did not do, and I do have it on here, is I'm going to take my dotting stylus and add in the tea berry with my dotting stylus, and doesn't matter, you know, you can put them, I'm sorry, my air conditioning is running, just like that. Very simple. So that's very colorful, right? Very colorful. Whoops. Alright, I hope you like this video. If you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and before leaving, if you would take a moment to share my video on your social network with all your family and friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Until the next time,